with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The mic. Hey, check. Joker. Double bump.
First carry for James Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Big.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Switch.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get off the field.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
40. Black 20. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Conner, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here we go. Flash.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
No spacing. You got motion, man. You got
Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He'll rifle this one deep, and this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Like 20. Mike, 45. Big edge. Snickers, now spin.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Like 80.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's pick it up. It's out.
Here's Roethlisberger.
Let's get off the field.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Still churning. They find some open. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 61 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield. Not necessarily.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. Always got some breathing room. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st down, Connor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field, because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check.
Quarter. Let's go.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stop your whining.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's put him on the buses.
Hey, Tuesday.
He's checking.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Rapid. 55's my guy, 55.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check right, check right. Watching your ball.
Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Ben on third and long. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Blue 30. Blue down, blue down. Black is good.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
These two.
Again, a run with Connor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Looks, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 26.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he powers his way up past the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Let's go.
On first down, Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10, just shy of the 30. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
We're ready. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Set! Like 80!
Plus 59. On the army.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Set! Like 80!
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Like I said.
Ben to throw again. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Dante Moncrief. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Moncrief, 68 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
20!
No, hey, orbit. 198.
To throw is Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 29 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Falcons 34, Steelers 24.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Roethlisberger will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Roethlisberger. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Here's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready. We ready.
Hey, pick your game up.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up, name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check out. 190.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Check out. 390.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Third down and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he's got Rodgers. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You didn't want this. Switch.
Let's go, Mexico.
Now Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
I got you.
One. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
50's a mic. 50's a mic.
Run left.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
6-yard line.
Line 40. 54. Come on, come on, come on. Under 12.
On 2nd down, it's Mack, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Line 40. Ricky. Safe. 12. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Room to run again. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll fake it. Now Love. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 37 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mack, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Go! 90! 12.
Check 55.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. Rodgers brings it in. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing is Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1 at the 37-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Luck gives this one off to Mack, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. From the 50, it's Luck. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check it. Reggie.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time.
On first down, it's Long. They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
25, check 25, check 25.
Luck now to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
One more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Vinatieri's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check safety, check safety.
Play action. It's locked. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 45 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50% to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Luck. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Markevious Mingo able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
53, check 53.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run the counter. Carson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Caught left side by Hilton. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lady. 53 is the mic. Check. Good.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Luck defers to Mack. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Run me. Most.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike, 54.
Back to throw, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Focus, defense, focus. Now here's the line.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
To throw is Wilson, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He was taken down by Cassius Marsh.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Strip that ball. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Hines trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's locked. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Carson. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
This is Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Mike 58 right there. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Now Myers for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Next to score, Colts 26, Seahawks 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing on third down, Love. Wide open receiver complete. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
58, come on.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Check out.
On 1st down, it's Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On.
Mike 5-4. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll fake it. Now Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cassius Marsh. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Switch. Check 31, check 31.
Now Love. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard
line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And